Hello, my name is Aaron. I was just hoping to do a tutorial on how to start off with trains if you've never used them before. Probably do some more tutorials later on about more complex things involving trains, but the awesome thing about trains in Factorio is that I think they made them intentionally a little bit complicated. Um, they're an incredibly important part of scaling any factory, but um, they definitely make you work to achieve or work to harness the throughput that they allow over a long distance. So um, in general, I'll say that trains are really good for moving product over a long distance without having to uh, pay the distance storage per distance cost of maintaining them, which is to say, if you use trains, um, it's really easy to move where the tracks are going and update paths between buildings. Unlike with belts, where if you've already got a factory laid out and there's a bunch of belts down, when you want to clean it up, you're going to wind up with an inventory full of a bunch of garbage that you need to sort and all that kind of stuff. Trains are really great because um, it's really easy to keep the product inside the train until you intend to use it, and so adjusting the way that product moves through your factory, it's a lot easier to do that. So it's very good for promoting extreme growth within your factory. I think belts will probably always be better if you want to be really hands-on and you have very specific goals um, that you want your factory to do, or you've got specific experiments you want to run. But if you basically just want to throw a bunch of stuff down and let the system sort it out for itself, then trains are definitely the best thing. They do a lot on your behalf once you figure them out. So on this side, we've got an intake where we'll be taking product out of the train and putting it into a theoretical system. And on this side, we've got an output where we're going to take product out of something and put it onto a train to move it somewhere else. So this is going to be like the simplest use case. So to start off with, we need to add some inserters. That was weird. That wasn't registering my clicks for some reason. So we need to add some inserters to move our product from the bucket to the train. Then we'll put a train track down. This will be what our train drives on. We'll just go ahead and make this guy really big. If you select track on your tool and you hold down shift and you click on the directional arrow on a track, you'll get the rail planner. This is all inside the Factorio tutorials, which are really great, by the way. Yeah, you'll be able to start planning out how to put all these guys down. So I'll just start throwing some track down. It's really gross, not doing a nice job, but it's fine. So yeah, there's our track. We'll add a train station here. You can see we get a stencil. We get an outline of where the train is going to line up with. So the first little cart right here is going to be the engine. The second one's going to be the actual cargo wagon. So I'll go ahead and put the cargo wagon in there right here. Or actually, I should do this guy first. Then we'll do cargo wagon. I'm not sure if the order matters, but we can see he's already being loaded. So once there's a train stopped that is just waiting there doing nothing, it'll automatically start being loaded. And we've got this train station. The other thing is trains need fuel to run. So I'm using uranium fuel for this thing, but you can use coal, you can use wood, you can use any of the fuel types. You can even use wooden boxes, which is sort of an interesting, I guess, Easter egg. If you find yourself with too many wooden boxes, you can burn them off in your train. I Didn't give myself enough room over here. So I'll go ahead and drop this guy down. Ooh. Get rid of these guys. Problem with the rail planner is that it does tend to get a little bit spastic, so sometimes you gotta watch what you're doing. So this will be the station where we dump the product in. It's labeled in right there. Drop some inserters here. So this guy's name is 0x Bad Food. I love the names for these things. That's a programmer joke. Bad Memory, Feed Food. X. That's cute. Bad Food, and then here we've got JK Dem 85. Interesting. So now when we want our train to actually do something, we have to set its schedule. So it gets loaded at JK Dem. I'm using the Control F to find the station. Put in JK. I've got fuzzy search turned on in my options, and I'll get it to stay here until there's 5 seconds of inactivity, and then I'll get it to go over to Bad Food. Love that, by the way. Until it's empty. So it'll stay here until it's no longer being loaded, until there's 5 seconds of inactivity. Drive around here, and then it'll drop things off, and it'll stay there until it's empty. And there we go.